Alright guys, welcome to Restoration Chiropractic. We are going to talk a little bit about the nerves today. We do like to educate a lot. We do have this nice whiteboard that we usually have a health topic on at least once a week. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how the nerves actually work, because not everybody's a nerve expert, right? Which is why we like to go over this. So we understand the basic premise that your nerves control everything, okay? Including your emotions, how you're doing, your heart, digestion, you name it, it does it, right? So if that brain way up there is not connecting to the rest of these nerves that are coming out, you have 24 pairs of these guys going out, okay? In this case, you have 5 of them in the low back. They actually go all the way down to your toes, and so they control your hips, they control your knees, your feet, and sometimes we forget that that's where the nerves come. They come out of the back, and they go down there, okay? And the same thing with the neck. The ones that are coming out of the neck, there's the brachial plexus. It actually goes out of the neck and goes into your hands. It controls your shoulders, elbows, wrist. So if you're having carpal tunnel, it could actually be coming from your neck as well as in your wrist. And so that's why we do, we do like to talk about this and educate as much as possible so that people really understand what's going on, okay? Getting the big idea, right? So that brain, your best doctor, needs to be connected to the rest of you. Unfortunately, at times it might get what's considered subluxated. Okay, that's when the nerve is not firing at its optimum. Okay, and that can either be because of a misalignment of vertebra, it could be due to neurological imprinting, which is where the nerve actually changes its signal. Okay, and that can happen over time. I'd say that kind of happens. Kind of like somebody gets overweight. It doesn't happen in one day usually. It usually happens over thousands of days, right? And the same thing happens with our nerves. Unfortunately, they degrade, much like our teeth, they degrade with time. So if you're not maintaining them, they will degrade. Now, my job as a chiropractor is to go in and figure out where these blockages are and remove these subluxations, okay? By doing so, your inner doctor is going to reconnect you to the end organ, okay? So you could be having digestive issues, constipation, reproductive issues as a result of a blockage between your brain and the nerve. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So, there's different organs, different places in the body, right? So you got 24 of those. Kind of important that you're completely connected. Here's kind of a cross-sectional if I were to cut a nerve, okay? And this is just for example purposes to make it really easy to understand. But if I were to kind of, look at the nerve, it kind of gets compartmentalized into different sections, okay? So we have muscle nerves, organ nerves, balance, temperature. And this little guy in here is actually what drives most people to come here, and that is pain, okay? And pain, unfortunately, as you see, if we're going to make a little pie chart here, pain only constitutes about 5% to 10%. So 5 to 10% of your nerves called nociceptors, which are pain receptors, okay? That's not a whole lot, but a lot of people are basing their whole health based on how they feel. Okay, you do that with your teeth, you're going to end up losing your teeth and having lots of holes in them, right? Same thing here with your nervous system, is that if you're just waiting for this guy to get compressed sufficiently enough so that you actually have a problem on that nerve, it's going to be really late in the game. You're going to have a chronic issue, okay? And that's usually by the time most people come here, they do have chronic issues. I mean, we highly recommend people bring in their kids, okay? Not because they have chronic issues like we do, but because it's more easier to maintain and keep you at a higher functioning level than it is to try and rebuild you up. I think most people can agree with that. So that's kind of like the big idea with the nerves. That's kind of what we're doing with Frankie, is that we're going to be adjusting, removing those blockages, allowing them to heal from the inside, as well as doing some of the other therapies to help kind of speed along the process. All right, guys? We'll see you again.